Good evening, soccer fans. Welcome to Durfee High School's Mac Aldrich Field for Big 3 boys soccer between the Brockton Boxers and your Durfee Hilltoppers. Tonight is senior night, where we honor the graduates-to-be of the class of 2018-19. For the Brockton Boxers, I'm going to run down their seniors now and honor the visitors. 0, Seth Anderson. Number 2, Leandro DeBarros. Number 3, Justin Ruballo. Number 4, Paulo Montero Ramallo. Number 6, Felipe Pinto. Number 7, Esteban Gomes. Number 9, Tylson Gomes. Number 10, Edson Lopes. Number 11, Leonardo Texera. Number 12, Kevin Dias. Number 18, Marvin Duer. Number 19, Justin Fonseca. Number 21, Luisandro Andrade. Number 22, Keone Andrade. Number 23, Cleve Honor. The Boxers are led by head coach Herminio Furtado. Let's hear it for the Boxers class of 2018-19. Now for the Durfee Hilltoppers. Head coach Tiberio Mello would like to thank all his seniors for their hard work and dedication to the program. He would like to congratulate all the seniors here today and wish them the best of luck in their future. First up for the Hilltoppers senior class, Kyle Neves and his parents Helena and Mario Neves. Next up, we have Jonah Andrade, along with his family, Tony and Natasha Andrade. Next, we have Alex Cabral, accompanied by Phil and Paula Cabral. Nilan Nera is next with Raj and Raven Nera. Next, Danny Keys with Linda Medeiros Keys and Brian Downing. Linda and Brian are the host families for the next player, Javier Beltran. Next up, we have Ole Buckholtz with Mike Fogarty and Melissa Fogarty as the host family. Mike and Melissa were also the host family for Roman Mueller. Next up, we have Zenadine Pina with Vincent, Anilda, and Zenla Pina. Okay, next up we have Chow Diarugio with Elizabeth Miranda. We also have Jolson Gonzalez. Next up, Jolton Gonzalez. Next to last, we have Armando Franco. And last but not least, Jeffrey Cabral with Marco Cabral and Sonia Vieira. Congratulations to all of our seniors here today. We wish both sides the best of luck in tonight's boys soccer matchup. Hello, everybody. Welcome from inside the press box as we get a good look at the field here at Mac Aldridge Field. Evan Massoud and Justin Arusha with you for the call of tonight's Big 3 game. You just heard the opening ceremonies. It is senior night here at Mac Aldridge Field. And again, Big 3 soccer. This is a major game, Justin. This one will decide who wins the title.
Yeah, lots of energy here tonight. Big chance here for the boys to win Big 3 title, but a lot at stake as a loss here. Brockton would take the title, so a lot at stake here tonight on senior night. It's going to be a big night for those seniors.
Yeah, and let's make note as well that a tie would actually cause a 3-way tie in the Big 3. So both teams just want the W, and the 3-way tie thing, I'm not a fan of that, to be perfectly honest, but that's just me. An outright winner, that's the way it really should be. And the Hilltoppers with 11-2-2 record, Brockton 6-5-3. Again, I would venture to say that Brockton's schedule a little bit heavier, as it typically is across the board, than some of Durfee's opponents across the board in other sports even as well. Brockton closer to Boston, they get some of the tougher games up that way. But all of them both of them 1-1 in the Big 3, which is why a win will determine who takes home that title. But Durfee picking up their first 2 losses recently, once against BR and once against Dartmouth, and but until that point, until recently, they were 11-0-2. This is a really special team.
Yeah, the loss of Jeffrey Cabral is going to be a big deal. We'll see how their forwards line up. I believe we're going to have Chauti Arujo as the only forward tonight, so it's going to be it's going to be a little difficult for Durfee to put some in the back of the net tonight, but I think they can pull through.
So we're just moments away from getting this one kicked off. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be back with the kickoff next on Fred TV.
Honor, courage, sacrifice, pride, our city. Fall River has traditionally been in the forefront of honoring our nation's soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen. Vietnam veterans took the initiative to secure rights to an 80% size replica of the Healing Wall for Veterans Bicentennial Park. The names of over 58,000 fallen heroes will be engraved on the 360-foot-long replica wall. 100% of the money raised benefits the building of our Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in Fall River. Help build our wall, which is scheduled to open in 2020. The meaning, the spirit, and the value of the wall is everyone's. Be part of this exceptional, once-in-a-lifetime project. To make a donation, please visit VietnamMemorialWall.org or connect with us at Facebook.com.
Okay, folks, it's time to meet tonight's starting lineups. For the Brockton Boxers, in goal, number 0, Seth Anderson. Number 2, Leandro De Barros. Number 4, Paulo Montero Ramallo. Number 5, Luis Spinola. Number 9, Tylson Gomes. Number 10, Edson Lopes. Number 12, Kevin Dias. Number 13, Jalen DeRosa. Number 14, Marvin Maoka. Number 20, Eric Brito. And number 24, Junior Xavier. And now for the starting 11 of your Durfee Hilltoppers. In goal, number 1, Christopher Aparicio. Number 4, Nilan Nera. Number 8, Javier Beltran. Number 9, Zenedine Pina. Number 10, Ethan Williams. Number 15, Brandon Miranda. Number 17, Armando Franco. Number 18, Daniel Keys. Number 20, Jonah Andrade. Number 21, Alex Cabral. And number 22, Chao Diarujo. The Boxers are led by head coach Herminio Furtado. The Hilltoppers led by Tiberio Mello. At this time, we ask that you please stand for the national anthem. Okay. Opening ceremonies in the books. Both teams in the huddles. And planning out their attack here tonight. Again, Big 3 soccer on tap. Evan Massoud and Justin Aruja with you on Fred TV. Brockton in the white jerseys coming in at 6-5-3, 1-1-1 in the Big 3. Durfee in the red jerseys, 11-2-2 on the season, also 1-1-1 in the Big 3. Couple things to note here for the Hilltoppers. Zach Massa, we saw him get injured in the New Bedford game about a week ago. He's still out. And Jeff Cabral, since that game, he sprained his ankle, and you may have noticed in
the opening ceremony for senior night. He was kind of limping as he tried to jog over to the sidelines. He is still out as well. Coach Mello hopeful that he will return next week for the state tournament. He's got a little more than a week, really. So fingers crossed. Jeff Cabral is a major part of the Hilltoppers offense, Justin.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's definitely a big part of this team. We're going to see how Chao Di Arujo steps up here. Looks like lining up, he's the only forward going up here. Looks like they're playing 4 midfielders. They're going to try to press up field. It'll be interesting to see how the offense goes today.
You called that pregame when you and I were talking to the coaches, walking back up here to the press box. That we're looking at the roster, and again, yes, Chow, the only one who's listed as a forward who's in the starting 11 here. So, going to be an interesting plan of attack. But sometimes you got to improvise.
Yeah, they'll definitely be looking for Javier Beltran in midfield. He's been able to hit some long distance goals, and he's been very good at free kicks and dead ball situations. So that he's going to be the next target to look for tonight, along with Chow. So it'll be interesting to see how the midfield and Chow work together tonight. I'm really interested to see how that goes.
Well, Hilltoppers going to the playoffs, hopeful for a round 1 home game. It is definitely possible, and it would be even more possible if they can win today, if they beat Diamond next week. They got a couple games left on the schedule here. So the more wins, the better they'll be placed in the seeding. But a home game not out of the question for Durfee in round 1. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. Not that we mind going on the road, Justin, but home games are always more fun, and particularly in the playoffs.
Yeah, home game, a very big deal. So we'll see how it goes. I feel like that this team has a lot of energy right now, and we'll see how they write things out here.
Just about ready for kickoff, 53 degrees, and for the moment dry. Boy, we had some really crazy weather this afternoon, even tornado warnings, if you can believe it, for parts of Bristol County. There was a water spout down on the canal in Cape Cod. There was one, I believe, down in Jamestown, Rhode Island. There was some rotation at New Bedford Regional Airport, or Municipal Airport, some rotation in Rainham. Seems like everything surrounded us. Luckily, we just got some heavy rain out of it. But, man, it was pretty crazy. This is the kind of weather you'd expect to see on like a 90-degree day in the summer, not in the middle of October.
Yeah, the soccer gods blessing us with some good weather today for this match to hold up.
We play 40-minute halves here at the high school level. I just saw Dr. Malone drop in. And Mark Casa from the school committee. He's along with him. So good to see Dr. Malone as always, and Mark. Decent crowd on hand here. Again, a little more than usual again with senior night, but nice bunch of Durfee students here as well. The 6 o'clock start under the lights, always easier for people to attend. The 4 o'clock games can be tough for the working crew, and we're underway. I think one of the biggest keys here will be for the Hilltoppers to score first and early. You look back at that New Bedford game when Zach got hurt. That goal went in on that collision for New Bedford, like in the first 2 minutes of the game. So Durfee was always playing catch-up. They never led. They forced the tie, forced a draw, which was fortunate for them. That was their second tie on the season. But, ideally you don't want to be playing from behind in a pressure game especially.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of confidence. This team, they've lost now out of 3 matches, they've lost 2 now. So you got to bounce off those losses. You want to get some confidence back in the team. An early goal would definitely help with the confidence of this team throughout this match. And I think that'll benefit them.
Yeah, again, especially knowing that you don't have Jeff Cabral up front as well, kind of leading the charge.
Yeah, they're going to be – Chow's a big boy. He's very tall and slender. They're going to be looking for balls into the box. They're going to play it from out wide, trying to get a header, like a Cristiano Ronaldo type kind of forward where it's all about jumping in, vertical jump and headers. So we'll see if Chow can do that up front.
That one going out on the goal line, chasing it down there with Seth Anderson. If you saw the opening ceremony for senior night, a couple exchange students here on the team this year, so very exciting. Multicultural soccer team for the boys, and again, it's been such a successful season for Coach Mello and the Hilltoppers that I think many people believe this is a year that they could go deep into the playoffs, deep into that state tournament, and really make a splash. A lot of seniors on this team. This is the year to do it.
Yeah, this is it. And I think that foreign flavor adds a lot of taste to that team. Europe is the place of birth for soccer, and having European players on this team, I think definitely benefits coming with that skill set that they're taught in Europe. So I think that's very nice for this team to have.
Well said, Justin. You got it. Europe is just crazy for soccer. And, you know, we call Fall River a little Portugal. That's part of the reason why we have such a big, you know, soccer following here is that European flair that's made its way across the ocean to here. Soccer's huge here in Fall River. That one played at midfield, a free kick. Unfortunately, we have the disappointing news to pass is that the Lady Hilltoppers did not beat Brockton over the weekend, and unfortunately their season now will end when the regular season concludes. They did not make the tournament. They lost to Brockton over the weekend in what was a rescheduled game. So the Durfee girls will not make it into the tournament this year. But the boys are in, field hockey's in, volleyball's in. Good save there by Aparicio. Man, that was a hot shot. He had to play it off the hands.
Yeah, that was very risky. That back line left an open. That was a great through ball put in. And that back line's got to stay a little bit more compact. They're a little too loose right now.
D'Arujo trying to cut through some defenders, but Boxers button it up. And in there helping out was DeBarros, number 2. Well, there's a giveaway right there. Seeing some smoke on the field. I think we're actually getting like some fog almost on the field. We saw this last year in one of the football games that we did. Kind of a little plume of ground fog, which can happen with, you had the heavy rains earlier, and now it's gotten quite chilly.
Yeah, all that water sucked up by the turf is getting picked up by this cold weather now. So it'll get a little, for goalkeepers, it could be tricky if that smoke, that fog gets into the box. That can be tricky for goalkeepers. We'll see how it looks in the future. Look
at that throw in. That was like a kick, for crying out loud. That was fantastic. One of the best throw-ins we've seen this season by anybody. Danny Keys has a great throw-in. Oh, loose ball, misplayed by Anderson, and somehow broken up there by Marvin Moacha.
Yeah, lapse in concentration by the keeper to come off his line, indecisive with what he wanted to do with the ball. Should have just punted it away and played it safe, but he tried to do some sort of skill move there, and it didn't work out for him.
And you know what, Justin, you're going to help me out because I think I said that wrong. Moacha?
I believe it's
Mayocha.
Yeah, Mayocha.
Mayocha,
Mayocha.
not Moacha.
Little Spanish flair on that.
Sent towards the net. Bouncing, free ball. Armando Franco there. And Armando did a really nice job filling in for Massa in that New Bedford game when Zach went down early. He stepped in and basically was the keeper for almost the whole game. And he did a great job just allowing one goal. He takes it away here, going to feed up ahead, and a little too strong of a kick leading. The fog, though, is really interesting. How apropos, we're getting close to Halloween, a little spooky on the field.
Yeah, it is getting a little spooky. It's going to be
ghostly.
It'll be a little ghosty for the goalkeeper if a ball goes in the back of the net because of it.
It sure will. Off the head at midfield. That was Nilanera.
You can feel the confidence from this midfield. They're pressing so hard, especially Chow up front. He's pressing those defenders really hard, forcing turnovers. You can feel the confidence in the senior night. The seniors really stepping up.
Amazing to think that Nilan is a senior this year. I can recall covering some games at Conley, basketball games, and he came in and played when he was in 8th grade at Bishop Conley across the street. So I've been calling games where Nilan's been involved for the last 5 years. It's going to be strange. It's kind of like, Joe Camara and his sister Brianna. Every year, except for this year now, this is the first year that I've been here doing these games that there won't be a Camara playing basketball for Durfee. It's just strange, you know? It's just strange. But Nillen, along with a number of his teammates, seniors this year, a really large senior class, and we wish them all the best. Many of them will play other sports throughout the season here, so this isn't going to be the last that you've seen of them. I know Nillen plays basketball, plays volleyball, and Danny plays volleyball. There's a lot of multi-sport players here, so you haven't seen the last of most of these guys, that's for sure.
Very athletic bunch, these seniors, very athletic.
Oh, yeah. Back and forth off the heads we go. Trying to settle the ball on the ground. It'll be Ethan Williams. He loses it, kind of got tripped up a bit. Cutting in front was Gomes, and now he has it. Sends it backwards to Dias. Up the field, played off the side of the foot by Miranda. Trying to keep it in play. High kick for Andrade. It bounces and now will go out of play. Kind of a wild sequence right there.
Yeah, wild sequence. Looks like Andrade slipped a little bit. That turf's going to be slippery. We'll see how that ball moves. It's going to be slick ball movement.
Yeah, the downpours came. We had to have gotten close to an inch of rain over the last couple hours. It definitely poured. Ball straight up in the air. A chance for DiRuggio. No, played by one of the boxers. Errant pass. Andrade is there. We've got a boxer down. We'll play on. Pass by Beltran to Franco. Franco loses it back to Beltran. It goes. Weaving through traffic. Skips away. And now a pass forward. Chasing it down is Miranda. Keys plays it on the ground towards midfield.
And that's that ball they're going to be looking for over the top. Chow's tall. Oof.
Wow.
Once again, he's coming off his line. It's a risky move. The first time didn't work for him. That's a risky move coming off your line that far.
Yeah, Anderson, we're seeing right now, the senior goalie for the Boxers. No slouch, very aggressive and not afraid to come out.
Yeah, he's playing very aggressive. Hopefully the ball doesn't end up in the back of the net.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. One of these times, I think it's going to cost it. And a timeout here, just 10 minutes in. Kind of early for a timeout, but going to take it. We're going to take a look here. I'm actually taking over the camera for a minute from Ryan because in the midst of all the weather we had, the moon is creeping up here in the northern sky. Look at that. What a wild shot, if I do say so myself. Throw some filter on here if we can. Cool stuff, huh? I saw it peeking through the clouds earlier, and you can see, actually, look, you can see some clouds passing by. Very appropriate for the end of October, folks. We'll come back to the field. And Ryan, who's doing a great job, can take over. Almost ready to get things going. We're going to have a goal kick as the timeout was called right after it went out of play. So we've seen first 10 minutes here, some very aggressive play, Justin, and kind of what you expect, but you don't want to obviously don't want the the adrenaline, the emotions to get the best of you either. You got to play within yourself in a big game like this.
Of course, especially Durfee with those red cards, as we mentioned earlier, those 2 red cards. A red card tonight, and they're out of the tournament despite winning the big 3. So you got to play very disciplined today. Not a lot of fouls. Just play clean, make tackle. Don't make a tackle unless you're 100% confident you can get the ball.
Yeah, very true. That was something that we hadn't seen the boys really until just recently. They had so many road games earlier in the year, but I know you follow. You're friendly with the team here, and they have a couple red cards, and you can't get more than the 2. If you hit 3, you're done, and that's a problem. So they have to be careful. We're going to have a free kick here. Beltran is going to do the honors. They must think he's going to send it quite a ways because kind of a wall bit. That's a good kick.
Yeah, targeting Neal in there, that tall body looking for the header.
Coming towards the near sidelines. Chance for DiRuggio right now. The kind of non-dominant foot, if you will, there. He wasn't set too well.
Yeah, I went weak foot. I think he was looking for the pass. He should have just taken the shot on his right. At least that's what I would have done.
Gonna go for a corner kick now. Went out off of one of the defenders. Towards the net. Oh, headed away! I don't even think that was Anderson, actually. I think it was one of the defenders for the Boxers.
Almost to go right off the corner.
We can tell how damp it is that the windows are fogging up right now. Have to open the windows just to be able to see here in the press box.
Now, you can only imagine how bad it must be for the goalkeepers.
Yeah, right, exactly. Or at least they don't have any sun to contest with like the girls did on last Friday when Somerset was here. The sun was really tough, particularly when it was setting over the school. Another free kick for the Hilltoppers. Played there by Williams. Going to the corner. 2-on-1 advantage for the Hilltoppers. Loose ball. Going out on the goal line. It looks like off of Brockton. Should be a corner kick for the Hilltoppers. It looks like it is going to be.
Looks like a corner kick here.
Strong kick curling back towards the field. Headed away again. And now, oh, what a block by Anderson. Still in play in front. Now coming out of the box. The second chance header should have gone in. And Anderson stuck the hand out and swatted it away.
Wow, that's going to be one of the saves of the game right there.
My gosh. That looked like Gilmore, the Patriots, the AFC title game last year, and the final play defensively. My gosh. Anderson with the save of the game so far. Unreal.
Yeah, Durfee riding all the energy right now. They're feeling it.
That goes out of play. Going to be another throw in for the Boxers. Well, I don't know how that didn't go in. That's just remarkable.
It could have went in. We don't have goal line technology here, for all we know.
This is true. This is very true. A couple extra steps, and getting the bad news was Romalo. Good throw in. Bouncing. Out of play it goes. Getting pushed was Franco. Twice he's not happy with the official here working the line. Twice he's looked back. That one out of play again, and it's just pushing Brockton up the field. This one a little more centered, almost a handball from Gomes, but play continues, and we're going to see Aparicio kick it away. Good, strong kick. Wow. Wow, that was a great kick, and off the head now. Coming flying in was Andrade. Now it's sent towards the other side of the field. Toppers defense got a play on it. Oh, and a whistle. Going to have a free kick from the 30. Excellent field position. Looks like the Boxers are going to get it. Or no, Durfee's going to get it.
I thought that was definitely a Boxers free kick. House Cabral went in a little high with the cleat.
Call that a home field call right there. I am very surprised. I thought for sure that was going to be Brockton's free kick. I'm very, very surprised. The officials saw something we didn't.
Oh, that's not a foul there.
Nope.
That's a tough call.
That's a makeup for back here.
Yeah, that was a makeup for a missed call back there.
The speed for Pina, so impressive. Kid's got wheels, he can move.
Strength and speed. That's what you need as a winger. He does it great.
Keys will throw in again on that far side. Breaking towards the ball was Williams. Missed it initially, lofted it in the air, and now a whistle. And Durfee going to get a free kick. Wow, and a great spot, too. Nearly in the box.
See, Javier, I believe, is going to take this. He has an amazing shot from free kicks in close range. Let's see if he curls this in.
And they're going to back up the boxers there. That is no way 10 yards. Yeah, long way to go.
There we go. That was like 2 yards away.
Cheating in a little bit, would you say? Goodness gracious. Williams is there too. Oh, he's going to set up Beltran. It's deflected on the ground and played by Anderson. A little bit of trickery there, although I don't know. I would like to just see them boot it rather than try to do too much with it.
It was a trick play. They're trying to get the wall to break and try to find a gap in the wall, looking for the deflection that they got, but unfortunately in the wrong direction.
Yeah, definitely not a bad idea, but I don't know. First free kick, I would have liked to see them just boot it in and see if they'd find a corner, you know?
I would like to see that too.
Going down the other side now, chasing it down. Going to go out of play, and it'll be a goal kick for Durfee. This one will be played on the ground, coming to the near side to Miranda. Sends it back towards the field. Gets by Williams. Now Beltran got it to Andre.
Perfect
Andre,
ball.
no, that's a beautiful feed. Speeding up ahead, and it's played by Anderson, who will roll it back out.
That's that aggressiveness. He's playing aggressive.
Taken away. No whistles that time. And now a throw in. Right towards the middle to Williams. Working the sidelines, Franco. It is kicked out. Oh, just wide. Just to the left of the flag. Inches the difference between a throw-in and a corner kick. Lofted and a whistle. Offsides called.
That was a tough one for me.
Yeah, that's a little bit quick.
I thought he was even with the defender's shoulder.
That was a quick whistle right there. Now the crowd will come alive. Sent back towards Anderson.
Turn over there. That was sloppy ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what was happening there. That was kind of an interesting decision.
Oh, good flick.
We sure that was onside? Oh, look at that! Look at that setup! Hilltoppers with the 1-0 lead halfway through the first half. And it was Beltran who put it in.
I knew it. Javier Beltran was the target to look for. In Cabral's absence, it was going to be Beltran, and he's put it in the back of the net.
And Anderson, finally, it comes back to bite him. He's been very aggressive coming out. That time, he got beat.
Yeah,
fair and square.
Comes off his line, lost track of the ball. Before he knew it, came right across goal, tapped into the back of the net. Textbook play.
Durfee with the 1-0 lead, 20 minutes into the first half. That's awesome for the Hilltoppers. They said it earlier, score first. That makes a big difference in terms of how you play, and it puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. Hilltoppers get the opening goal here halfway through the first half.
Makes sense, too. They had all the energy. They had all the press going. They were controlling the ball. They had more possession. This is definitely with the run of play. What a goal by Javier Beltran. Great finishing.
The goal comes at 19-14 in the first half. And maybe there's some superstitious here to an extent. Maybe not as bad as Brendan Kelly, but I'm superstitious to an extent. And since we stood up and opened the window here, Hilltoppers have been playing a little better. So maybe we got to stand, huh?
Maybe this is it.
Maybe there's something to this. Good feet up ahead. That's onside. Got to be played by D'Arujo, but he's got some pressure coming from the left side. Still has possession of the ball. Cuts it back in. And it'll be a goal kick. Well, that's a good chance there again for Durfee.
Yeah, he didn't have control of the ball. He was able to win it back, showing his strength. Even though he is skinny, he has that strength. He's just shown it there.
Good strong goal kick. Gonna land right in the circle. D'Arujo lofting it over the defense. Oh boy. Out of nowhere with the header. That was number 24 there, Xavier. Now Brockton gonna have a free kick at the 40. There's some contact there, a little bit of a collision between the Boxers and the Hilltoppers.
Hilltoppers just got to keep their emotions in check. Don't reply to any of those kinds of collisions. Can't afford any more cards.
Nera off the head, coming to the near sideline. Williams defending along with Franco, goes out of play. Durfee ball, excuse me. Durfee ball. Throwing in will be Miranda. Sent towards the middle of the field off the head of Dias. DeBarros with an errant kick. Look at Pina with that speed. Chasing it down to the goal line. And it looks like it'll be Brockton ball.
Tough one again there. Zinedine chasing down the ball. Defender goes down to get the free kick.
Yeah, definitely a tough break for the Hilltoppers. Nice move. Very aggressive play here in this first half. In the final Big Three meeting of the season. Coming, flying in was Miranda. It goes out of play. It'll bring up a throw for Ramallo. Right down the line. Nice jab there by Miranda. Sent it back down the field. And waiting there was D'Arujo once again.
Very impressed with the Durfee midfield. They've been able to hold up against this Brockton attack. They haven't really been able to get any good shots on target in this match besides that one we saw earlier.
No, you're right. And I think, you know, part of, you mentioned pregame, some of the formation maybe a little bit different, and maybe having that extra person in the middle of the field is what's kind of slowing up Brockton.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing one forward, 5 midfielders, and 4 defenders, and they have one of the midfielders, Jonah Andrade, coming up in as a forward when they're on the attack, and then come back as they go back onto the defense. So that pivot midfielder, that can make that can be a big deal.
Oh my gosh, the ball went in. It was in the hands of Aparicio, and when he brought it down, it came out and it rolled into the back of the net.
Tough break there. Wet ball from skidding on the turf. Slips out.
Boxers tie it up. You're right, Justin. A tough one for the Hilltoppers. They give a goal back. There's no way around it. Boxers with a freebie, and we're tied at 1. Just 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes after the Hilltoppers took the lead.
Tough one against the run of play. Durfee has all the momentum. That one's going to set them back.
Man, oh man. The free kick, and Aparicio could not handle it. And a timeout. Not a bad decision here.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one for Aparicio. That's a tough goal to give up. Take the timeout here, let him settle down, get his confidence back into him, and then resume the game.
All right, while they take a timeout, so will we. We'll be back with the conclusion of the first half next on Fred TV.
Reverend Lawrence was a great person to follow, because of the love he had for his city, because the respect he had for all.
And a police officer or a person working in a convenience store doesn't know if it's a real gun, a working gun, a pellet gun. So it's important, if we have unwanted guns that people have no interest in taking care of anymore, then we get them off the streets.
I think it's important to have a safe city, especially when you're in school, because for some people to not feel safe coming to school is an issue, especially when we need to be educated.
Kids are going to make those decisions. You just want to put them in an environment where you offer them good decisions to make, and also really, really good role models.
Everything that you do as a person, you should be thinking about the community at large and somebody else. And sometimes I think that's forgotten, not by all.
And I think we really need to bring some more positivity into each other's lives so we can all bring each other up and rise up instead of bringing each other down all the time.
I learned from a lot of great people in my life throughout the years how important to be kind to one another, important to help somebody in the neighborhood or anybody throughout the city.
If you've done any research with gang affiliations, it's more because the kids feel like, hey, they're part of a family, they're part of a community, somebody's there to support me. With football and with sports in general, you have that sense of community, you have that sense of belonging.
We've had over 3,000 guns in the past 20-something years that we've been doing this program, and we like to get 4,000, 5,000, all of them off the street.
Okay, out of the timeout, we're back here at Mac Aldridge Field. Evan Massoud and Justin Aruja with you. Boxers just tied it up with a little help from the opponent, from the Hilltoppers. And, Justin, you made a good observation during the timeout that it looks like Aparicio went and got some dry gloves, some fresh gloves.
Yeah, it looks like he either rubbed his gloves down to dry them off, or he got his backup pair. When it's wet and the ball hits the mitts over and over again, the grip can slide off of it. So either he might have re-gripped it.
Yeah, very important. Again, we had a ton of rain this afternoon, and that seems to be the theme here this fall. That if it's not raining at game time, it rained during the day and the field is wet. It's just been no way around it. Unfortunately, it's been a very, very wet month of end of September into October.
Yeah, it's lots of rainfall. This free kick opportunity here. Let's see if they can put a good ball in.
Huge opportunity. Looks like Beltran is going to take it alone this time. Again, Hilltoppers scored first. Loose ball. What a nice play from Anderson. Now, if you're just joining us, Hilltoppers scored at 19-14. And then just a couple minutes later here, right before we went to break.
Oh, good ball.
A good ball and a chance. Oh, it's going, and through the uprights.
Oh, once again, keeper is getting aggressive.
Really? Anderson came out to like the 20-yard line.
If he fouls Andre there, that's a good free kick opportunity to go straight on goal.
Yeah, sure is. Goal kick for the Boxers. They scored their goal at 23-13. So we're back tied up. 1-1 the score. And that was another good chance for the Hilltoppers. I think they're outplaying Brockton in this first half.
Yeah, they have all the momentum right now. I really like the way they're playing. It's just unfortunate mishap that happened with the Brockton goal.
Yeah, Hilltoppers have been really pressing, very, very aggressive, moving the ball forward, not really giving Brockton an inch. I mean, they didn't even drive up the field. It was a free kick that kind of sparked or spawned the goal.
Yeah, they seem to be controlling pretty much all the parts of the field, down the middle, down the flanks.
That's a trip, and good sportsmanship right there. That's what you like to see. Recognizing it, Andrade helped up Miranda, and now a free kick for the Hilltoppers. Pretty clear, though. Pretty obvious. That was right in front of us.
Obvious. Could have been a yellow card offense, but I believe it's too early in the match to be giving cards.
They're going to back up Williams a bit. And they're going to have Miranda do the kick. Obviously, they want Beltran up front. Not going to have him kick it from back here. And they're going right towards him. Franco cuts it off. It goes backwards. Williams lofts it straight up. And now it's coming all the way back to Miranda, who's going to loft it back towards the other side. It is onside. It is a loose ball in front. Still loose ball. A chance for the Hilltoppers, and it is off the post! And cleared out by the Brockton defense. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. What a tough one there.
That is twice tonight that the Hilltoppers have been robbed. This game should be a 3-1 game right now.
Yeah, once again, keeper's coming off his line. He almost got caught out again. Off the post.
Wow. Absolutely unbelievable. Playing at midfield, going all the way across to the far side. And it goes out of play. Brockton will throw.
Looks like there's a goal bound to happen here for Durfee. Hit the post.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I say it all the time, and it's the truth. The more you take shots on net, the better your chances are of one going in. Sooner or later, it's going to go in.
Wayne Gretzky said if you can't shoot the puck, then you can't score.
There you go. That's exactly my point.
It's like Brockton trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Yeah, that looks like he was going to work on the cleats there. Now we'll have a throw in again. Good strong throw in there. Good for about 20 yards. Still working the sidelines. Now Boxers pushing ahead. Stopped by Danny Keys. And right back to midfield. Ooh. Beltran. They get called there. Tough collision.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think it's only really a foul because he goes through the back of the attacker there. If that was a forward tackle, ball goes through his legs. No foul. Comes in from behind, though.
Yeah, kind of got him on that blind side. Another free kick for the Boxers from about midfield. About 10 minutes left in the first half.
Sub's going to be coming in for Durfee at the next whistle.
That one straight up. Andrade can't get there in time as Romalo sent it on the ground. Now DiRuggio and Andrade. And Williams getting involved as well. Williams, nice move to backpedal it. Oh, and he led Franco a little too quickly to the sidelines.
Ooh, handball. They missed it.
They did. Play continues.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that could have been something right there, too.
So stay disciplined. No cards.
Play the game, your game.
Boxers forging ahead, uncontested up the field. A nice stop there in the box.
Ooh. Hugged him there.
Brockton still with control of the ball. It's going to go out of play.
Brockton's trying to get some pressure now.
Yeah, corner kick for the Boxers on the far corner of the field, far right side. Kick will be coming to us. Headed out of the box. Nice job by the Durfee D. And a throw in for the Boxers now. Again, taking a while, get the ball in. Boxers finally do. Coming down towards us.
Yeah, they're just trying to slow the game down. They don't like the pace the game's going at right now. Trying to switch it to a way where they're comfortable with it.
Romalo throwing in down the sidelines, headed out of play by Franco. Looks like they're going to have Spinola throw in this time as Romalo went back towards the middle of the field. Now DeBarros will throw in. Boxers changing things up a bit. Another header out of the box. Giarrujo lofting it off the toes towards the circle. And another whistle.
And ball. It's going to be a free kick.
Well, the Hilltoppers have gotten a little sloppy over the last 5 minutes of play. Since that real great opportunity to pull back in front, the ball off the post. Brockton has actually controlled things a bit here. Towards the box, towards the net. Lofted by Williams. Sent back towards the box, a chance for the Boxers, and it goes into the net for the go-ahead.
Wow, he is offside there.
Ooh, very offside. And everybody for the Hilltoppers standing there stunned. It makes you wonder what the officials are looking at, considering the ticky-tack call that they called about 10 minutes ago on this side.
Yeah,
That's an atrocious non-call by our men in yellow.
Wow, jeez. 2 tough goals. Slip out of the hands, and now an offside. And if this is the result of the game, there's going to be a lot of talk about the officials.
There's going to be a lot of talk, that's for sure. 2-1 Brockton. Thanks to a little help from the officials on that one. 6:40 to play in the half. And let's not forget the handball that they missed as well on the other side of that, too, right before that opportunity. So a missed handball and an offside that wasn't called. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is the officials not going their way for Durfee. Hopefully their play can turn it around. They can get something. Hopefully maybe this deep ball can provide some service.
Miranda sending it down the field. Williams sending it back towards Beltran. Beltran sending it. And now they call it.
Oh, he was onside. He was in front of the defender before the ball was even played.
Mm-hmm. So the result is a free kick for the Boxers. I think our officials have forgotten there's 2 teams on the pitch here. Only calling it one way right now.
Yeah, all those spotty calls have gone against Durfee.
Another free kick coming. Hilltoppers getting some of the defenders down the field, and they're going to send it across and try to play it on the ground. Not taking the long ball here. A little different approach for the Boxers. And that's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Kevin Dias. No, it's going to give way to Romalo.
Still can't believe the offside goal. He was so offside.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can get a little video replay of that at some point. Look back on it.
Playing it on the far side. Good pass through the traffic. Boxers pushing up ahead again. And they have some help. Taken away by Williams. Back down the field. We sure that's onside?
Oh, you don't even know. There goes the keeper off the line again.
Yeah, and he sends it straight up in the air. Not a very good kick. Played off the chest of Beltran. Franco gets a shove, and that's a foul. And that sparks a little mock cheer from the crowd.
Oh, he's moved the ball. Wow. Brockton players just picked up the free kick ball and moved it back. Unbelievable.
Kind of a free-for-all here. Beltran sending it. A little
Great
lofted.
ball.
That is a great ball. Just didn't get over the line fast enough.
Good tackle.
The Boxers will have to throw in.
And 2 minutes are almost here at this half. We'll see if Durfee turns up the intensity, looking for an equalizer before the half.
Ball comes loose. Try to spread the field a bit. Sending it back towards Franco.
Ooh, good chop. Oh,
really?
Oh, great ball. Offside? What happened there? The ball wasn't even played.
It wasn't even there.
The ball didn't even go off his foot before he blew the whistle. Wow.
Pretty poor officiating here over the last couple minutes.
And what's happened here now? We have a stoppage.
Well, the official on the far side was just near the Durfee bench. I think Coach Mello was giving him an earful.
I would too if I was Coach Mello. Pass wasn't even off his foot and he already blew the whistle.
Two minutes to play in the half.
Oh, make sure he's not offside here.
I know, really. Loose ball and.
Oh, Jonah. The movement there. Oh, and it's going to be a free kick. Looks like he tripped over his own feet and we got a free kick. Wow.
Even the whistle sounded sick, like it knew it shouldn't have been blown.
Yeah. Sounded like that all night.
Man. That goes out of play. Durfee guys it.
Oh, good move by Armando.
And he'll come back this way. Toppers have Nicholas De Silva, forward midfielder in number 5. So he's playing up right now as well. Milanera clears it out.
By the Brockton defender. There's got to be yellow. He hasn't even gotten the ball, and he's gone him with the studs from behind.
Yeah, Nillen with a good job to clear it. Took the hard hit. Keys sending it down the field. And Anderson plays it.
Look at that, 3 forward now for Durfee. Instead of the 1, they've pressed 2 extras up, trying to get the equalizer. And that's going to be it for that.
Yeah, well, they're not getting any help from the officials, so you got to get an extra man up front there as the whistle sounds, telling us that it is halftime here at Mack Aldrich Field. Wow, what a wild first half. A lot of controversy and aggressive play here. This has been a very fun first 40 minutes of play at Durfee between the Hilltoppers and the Boxers. Second half expected to be just as exciting. We hope you'll join us on the other side on Fred TV.
We want you to hear it first.
A street sweeper is coming to your neighborhood. The Department of Community Maintenance, in cooperation with the Mayor's Office, as well as the Committee on Public Works, are collaborating to improve the cleanliness and overall appearance of our city streets. This restructured program runs through the summer. No parking times involve only a few hours and are similar to a parking ban during a snowstorm. This will enable the sweeper to reach both sides of the curb. Residents will have 1 day's notice to prepare, so be on the lookout for temporary signage. For more information, call John Perry at the Department of Community Maintenance at 508-324-2760 or contact Laura Ferreira at the Traffic Department at 508-324-2577. To see a list of the scheduled streets, visit the city's website at www.fallriverma.org.
You've heard it.
Now please help us keep our city clean. Thank you.
Welcome back to the stadium. Evan Massoud and Justin Aruja with you on Fred TV. Second half of this Big Three tilt between the Hilltoppers and the Boxers about to commence. And, Justin, we look back at that first half. Sure, Durfee allowed one goal on their own. The second one got a little help from the officials, wouldn't you say?
Oh, very controversial call. Very, very, very controversial.
And that was just one of many.
Oh, yeah. Missed handballs, offsides, before the ball was even passed.
Yeah, all going against Durfee, mind you.
Oh,
not helping Brockton, really.
Yeah, there's really been no missed call that's gone against Brockton, so.
Well, we switch sides. Again, Durfee in the red, Brockton in the white. I mean, this really, Durfee could easily have 3 goals right now.
Oh, yeah.
Again, if we look back at 2 of the great saves, one by Anderson and then the other thanks to the post. It's remarkable that Durfee only has the 1 goal right now. This should really be a 3-1 game.
Yeah, and even with if the offside goal did count, it would have been 3-2 if they could put the other ones away. So.
That's down the field, and Anderson's going to have a fairly easy play at this one.
Ooh.
Yeah, actually had to get a little help there from Ramallo. Had to head it towards him. Kind of surprising, actually. I thought it was going to continue forward. It came in pretty hot.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there. Any more worse than that could have benefited Durfee.
Going to have a throw-in down here for the Boxers as Pina wasn't able to play it. It'll be Eric Brito on the throw-in. And Brito going to get another chance. And that'll go out. We'll going to have a goal kick for the Hilltoppers.
Change of personnel, I've noticed. Up front, Armando playing as the forward now, looking for more pace.
Yeah, Diarujo not up front right now. Actually, I don't think he's on the field.
I believe they took him off.
Yeah, he's not out there right now. They have kept De Silva, number 5. He's in. Diarujo is on the bench right now.
It's that strength and speed they're looking for up front. Trying to create gaps in that defense with the 2 speedy forwards.
Yeah, and we know Pina can move, so that helps right there. And then that went out of play. It's going to be Durfee ball. No, Brockton ball. Running throw in there down the sideline.
Corner.
Yeah, not able to keep it in. I think that was Nillen and couldn't get a handle on it, kind of bouncing around. Again, the ball is wet, so that can also add to the difficulty in controlling it. So Boxers with a corner kick here, far left side. Headed in, nice job there by Aparicio to swat it away. It will be another corner, though. They'll have to do it again, this time on the near side, on the left side here, closest to us. They play it on the ground. Still in play. And a whistle.
And it's a corner.
Will be another corner. There it is on the left side, right at the flag. And I get ready to send it. Line drive, and it is gonna get cleared out here. No, oh, chasing in front of it.
Good
Nice.
ball. Curls
Yeah.
it perfectly so it doesn't go out.
Good job by
that
Cabral.
speed.
Yeah, it was a good job by Cabral, though, to kind of handle that one and keep it from going out of play, to wait on it, really. Pina to Williams. Williams lofting it. It is played onside. Franco going backwards, trying to control it. Got a friendly bounce to William. It's going to go to the far side of the field and go out of play.
They can just relax the touches on their pass. They can go a long way. That was a really good ball. A little bit less strength on that. That would have been a perfect ball in over the top.
Getting knocked down. There was Williams, got right back up to play it. Cabral chasing it down. And it's going to go out of play.
Yeah, Cabral is that heart of that defense there. The only one really staying back. Makes the safe play and clearing it out. Smart decision there.
Our official on the far side once again. Talking to Coach Mello. And that looked a little more animated by the official. But he's been on this near side. He was calling the offsides the whole time in that first half. Down the field. Xavier to Mayocha. And there is Mayocha. De Silva cuts it off. Loose ball in front. A chance for the Hilltoppers. Towards the net. It's good. Tie game.
Great play. Stays with the ball. What a finish.
Javier Beltran with the goal.
What strength there by Nicholas De Silva.
That was outstanding.
On the byline, rips him off the ball, no foul, overpowers him. And Beltran, what a finish. Keeper comes off his line again.
Two-two the score. Now, and that's what a contribution from De Silva as well, by the way, because he came in the final minutes of the first half and he started the second half. He did not start this game.
Yeah.
It was D'Arujo who was out. Well, now some more personnel changes here. Coming in is Kyle Neves for Alex Cabral.
Yeah, Coach Mel thinking smart. Puts De Silva up front with Armando, that strength and speed, and that work there works beautifully.
Brockton with a chance. Wow, right away. That one going over the crossbars, though, and well out of play. But a good chance for the Boxers on the ensuing kickoff here. A floater going to land here off the head of Williams, right at midfield. Headed down by De Barros. Milanera, nice boot down the field, looking for Franco.
Whoa! That. Oh. I really don't understand
No, the Durfee coaches all, again, making, putting the hands up, questioning what is going on.
Once again, it's just the strength. He's just overpowering the man like this over did a few moments ago.
Yeah, you shouldn't be penalized for being too aggressive. You're not knocking the guy down. That's coming out of play, close to the stands, and it bounces off the fence. Miranda will throw in. De Silva loses it. Back to Williams. And they're going to head back to Danny Keys, try to spread the field, push everybody back up. And offside. That is offside. That's a good call.
Yep, that was a good one.
Franco cheated a bit there. That was a good call.
Starting to rebound himself now. Brockton's going to play that high defensive line, looking for those offside calls now.
And it's going to bounce to Aparicio. That's a great kick. Takes a bounce. Franco trying to block out the defender. Sent straight up in the air by Ramallo. Lands in bounds. Franco still there, trying to settle it. He got held big time.
Ooh,
and now shoved from the back. And that draws a whistle.
And that's now is yellow card time. It's the second half. You can show cards.
Well, it's a free kick for the Hilltoppers. From a decent spot, everybody will move up. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Line drive kick towards the net. Oh,
Hilltoppers went down.
Yeah, and it's going to go out. It'll be a corner kick for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, Nicholas De Silva got taken down heavily there.
Sure did.
Missed it. Could have been a penalty. Quick corner.
Back towards the net, headed
Beltran.
out of the box.
Yeah, Beltran
Looks like
got
Beltran.
decked.
Yeah, Beltran is down, and he's in pain. Play is still going on. None of the officials looking. This is just absolutely atrocious right now.
Yeah, he hacked him right in the ankle. You could see.
Yep. And he's hurt. He's going to be done.
As he was crossing the ball and defender came in, hard challenge, caught him with the studs up in the ankle. That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah, he's hurting right now. Hilltoppers certainly don't want to lose him. All the boxers crowding Beltran. The boxers are going to get the throw in after that timeout.
Boxers playing with 10. Hilltoppers playing with 10 men. They haven't made the substitution unless Javier. Oh, he's back in.
Oh, a chance, and it's going to be played by Anderson. Let's see if this affects Beltran in any way. The rest of this game plays on. Good stretch by Beltran there, and looks like he's okay. Going down towards the corner. Kept in by Lopes. And now we'll have a goal kick for the Hilltoppers.
From what I've heard, Beltran has similar foot strength between his left and right foot. Doesn't really have a weak foot. So no matter what ankle they hit, I'm sure he'll be okay.
Awaiting the goal kick. Keys gives it a boot. Hilltoppers have 2 games on the season remaining. Got Old Rochester and then Diamond.
Another pull there. Missed. Play.
Williams and Pino running side by side there and spread out the field a little bit. Ooh.
I don't know if that's a foul or offside.
I think it's offsides again.
Because he was pushed offside. He was nudged
Yeah.
ahead of the ball, so that way
Sure.
he could be marked offside. But if it's a foul, it should be against Brockton for the nudge.
Well, it's not. It's offsides.
Wow.
Brito plays it to DeBarros, and Durfee will throw in.
Wow. Went off a Brockton defender and missed that one.
This is really sad. We haven't seen a game like this in a long time.
That's a foul. Yep, there we go. That's the push. Doesn't matter if it's shoulder or not. Push is a push.
Good kick from Keys. Williams settles it, keep it moving up ahead. Great feed and another whistle. Down towards the corner, chasing it down and sent out of play. Waiting on a throw in here for the Boxers. Play resumes.
Ball.
A lot of open field here, taken away by Williams. Nice job there from the Boxers. I think that was Miocha. It was. That's towards the goal and out of play. I thought Williams was going to get there. He had a lot of open field.
I thought Miocha was going to come in with a hard tackle there. I saw scenes of a slide tackle gone wrong. A Zach Master type of collision.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Ole is in there now at striker, the German.
Yeah, and a free kick for the Hilltoppers. Fed up ahead, onside, a chance for the Hilltoppers. It's good! That's what happens when you take the free kick really quickly. Defense can't get set. Hilltoppers back in front with 25 minutes to play.
What a finish.
I tell you, I didn't see who that was, though. On the far side, couldn't see the number. I'm not sure if you were able to, Justin.
I believe it was Armando with the goal.
Yeah, Franco, number 17.
Franco. Yep. Great finish. Took it off his left foot, flying volley.
3-2 Durfee here against Brockton in the second half. Goal coming at 15-11. Buchholz was flying up there. The Brockton defense was just waiting.
Lapse of concentration. They weren't expecting the fast take there.
I guess.
Caught him off guard, and Franco finished it.
That one going out of play. Let's not forget Brockton beat Durfee back on September 25th in Brockton. 2-1. So this is for the big three. This is for revenge. The Hilltoppers up by 1 now. They've scored back-to-back goals after being down 2 unanswered goals here in the second half.
What a show of character by the Hilltoppers. The refs have been against them all day. And they go against the grind. Scored 2 unanswered goals.
No, really, you're right. I mean, the officiating, this is as bad of a game as I've seen all season. Even go back to last year. I mean, there have been some really bad non-calls in this one. And it's a consistency thing. It's not just, being a homer, as they say. This is called, if you're going to call it on one, you need to call it on the other. And that just hasn't been happening. That's the problem that I have. It's called consistency, folks. It's not a matter of who the home team or who the away team is or who we broadcast for and who we broadcast not for or whatever. It's about consistency. If you're going to run the game as an official, you need to be consistent. And they have not been consistent by any stretch.
Yeah, it can be hard to see when a referee can ruin such a game. But Hilltop is able to bounce back, and it made this extremely entertaining.
Well, they sure have. It's been a great second half, and, we've had a lot of fans here tonight, again, being senior night. So, and again, the night game's easier, it seems, to get more people here as well. 4 o'clock can be tough for the students because a lot of people who come and watch the games would be athletes too. So if they're practicing on their other teams, or sometimes you have games, this is the 6 o'clock games are a good time for games, I think. You get more people, and it's big three, so it's a game you want to see. The crowd has stayed, and they've been behind the Hilltoppers all night long.
Yeah, the late night games seem to be more entertaining. No matter what sport is, football.
Oh yeah,
football is always a big one. Friday night lights, soccer, field hockey, any sport, any season, at prime time always provides entertainment. This has shown exactly what late night games can do.
Speaking of late night prime time games, how about the Red Sox? Game 1 of the World Series tonight.
Yeah,
very excited.
Yeah, very excited to see how they do.
Be an East Coast, West Coast swing as the LA Dodgers getting into the big dance for the second year in a row. And, the Fall Classic, the LA fans going to get to see their team in the World Series 2 years in a row. Red Sox haven't been in it since the last time they won it. Here's a shot on net, and it goes over. Sox haven't been in it since 13 when they won. In fact, let's just talk about some of the numbers a little bit here. Last 3 times the Red Sox have made it to the World Series, they've won it. Can they do it again?
Oh, I think so.
I think so too.
Another fun fact: this is the first time. In 102 years the Dodgers and Red Sox play.
That's right.
In the World Series. 102 years ago was the last one.
Yeah, I feel good about this series. I don't know. Houston was the team I was nervous about, and when you look at the fact that the Sox won 7 out of 9 games against 100-win teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see how the Dodgers are gonna make them lose 4 out of 7. I just don't. I just don't see that happening.
The only thing that worries me about the Dodgers is Manny Machado.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, you can say the same thing about George Springer from Houston, right? I mean, and he was unstoppable, but he's just one guy. If you can control one guy or control everybody else and one guy beats you up, that's not the end of the world. The Dodgers are a good team. They're in it for a reason. But do I think the Sox are the superior team?
Absolutely.
Yes, they won 108 games in the American League. I think the Sox are the far superior team. It's really going to depend on the offense, keeping J.D. Martinez hot, keeping Mookie Betts hot, because you could argue that for most of the ALCS, at least the beginning part, Martinez didn't do too much.
No.
He really didn't. That home run was huge in Game 5 to get them out to the early lead, but the offense has have those timely hits. They did that so well in 2013, the clutch hits. It was just unbelievable. Every time you needed a big hit, they came through. And that's kind of what happened in this in the ALCS against Houston. And, and then, of course, the wild card being it's Chris Sale. What are you going to get from Chris Sale? He says he's 100% ready to go. I'm sorry, I doubt that. I'd say he's probably at 80%. But if he's better than he was against Houston, look out.
Yeah.
Look out if you're LA.
Yeah, LA is going to be very reliant on the pitching of Clayton Kershaw in this first game. I would probably say one of the best pitchers in the National League.
Yeah, and he's going to be pitching cold, damp conditions here. It's not something they're used to in LA. They didn't have that in Milwaukee in the temperature-controlled, roof-covered Miller Park. So I wonder if that might be difficult as well. It goes just wide and just over the crossbar. Wow. Aparicio went down. Now getting up. Looks like he's okay. I have to say one thing is that, the boxers, anytime they've knocked someone down, they have been very, very good sports in checking on the Hilltopper player. So I do want to credit Brockton on that. We've seen some games against Brockton, some games against New Bedford where it was very tumultuous atmosphere. It wasn't friendly at all. And while both sides desperately want to win, I do give Brockton a lot of credit for at least trying to be good sports on the field.
Yeah, these rivalries weren't built off friendliness, so
No.
you can only imagine how it was back in the day when the rules were a lot looser than they were now. You can only imagine all the hacks and the takedowns that there were.
No, you're certainly right. That is a shot towards the net. Keys using his height effectively, heading the ball down. Nice job by Buckholz to send it forward. Pina on the ball, takes a redirection. Nice move there by Xavier to send it back down the field the other direction.
Oh, great ball. Look at that off the chest.
Make it count now. Buckholz slows up. And it's cleared out. Franco was breaking, as was Pina on the close side, the near side here. Keys sending it back down the field.
Well, that's nearly worked out. Oh, that's worked out for the Hilltoppers.
It did. They have the advantage. Buckholz chasing after it, and he can't get there in time.
A little bit more pace on that one. I think he was a little nervous of being offside, so he hesitated on the run.
You can understand why.
Yeah.
You can understand the hesitancy. Williams.
Who's this foul going to be on?
Probably going to be on Williams.
It was all right. It was reasonable.
We're past the halfway mark in the second half. 17 and a half minutes to play. Hilltoppers up by 1, 3-2. And waiting on a throw in here. We have a sub coming in as well.
Yep, Jonah Andrade coming back in, I believe. Yep. You can tell the Hilltoppers trying to slow the game down now, taking what Brockton did in the first half, slowing it down, trying to relax. Everything's up tense right now.
That's going to go out of play. Good job by the Brockton D right there. Taking the ball away, forcing the throw in now, forcing it to go out off the Hilltoppers. Try to get some separation. Looked like it was trying to send it back towards the middle of the field. Could not do so, still playing the sidelines.
Yeah, what the Boxers are doing now is they're closing off that sideline. They figured out that Durfee likes to play off the hashes. So they're shutting that down, forcing them to try to go down the middle, which isn't necessarily their biggest strength. It forced them to change play style. It's like a tiki-taka quick passing style of play, which is what led to that the Armando goals, that quick passing that led to the free kick. So it's just going to be a change in style now.
More chance in front for the Boxers, and Williams got a chance to clear it out. Keys with the clear. It's coming right back off the head of Nilanera, and now cleared up the field. Buckholz with some speed. It's going to be a foot race to the ball. Oh, nice move by Xavier to slow it up and send it back.
Turning on the dime there.
Really. Wow, that was exceptional right there too. Turning it around in the air, having time to chase it down, chasing down your own pass. Now Brockton earns the throw in at midfield.
Buckholz is right on him. Okay. If he goes the other way, he catches him. Just went the right way. That was a 50-50. He turns the wrong way. It's a breakaway. But he turned the right way there.
Free kick. Oh, that's a great kick, too. Coming down, though, the corner. It faded a little bit. It's like it's still going to be in play. Not anymore. Okay. Going into the dark. Goal kick coming for Durfee. 15 minutes to play. And another timeout.
Durfee's taking this timeout.
Really been a great match here between the Hilltoppers and the Boxers, living up to the billing here. We've seen it all. A little bit of everything. And Durfee with the 3-2 lead late in the game. We'll see if Brockton makes any changes up front to try to maybe get an extra guy to push forward. Try to get an extra striker up front. We'll see.
Well, Mello probably took this time out here, looking to reevaluate, as I said. Probably going to try to change game plans, go down the middle. They've had some success with those long balls over the top, chasing them down with the speed and the strength. Brockton defenders having a tough time having to make those tight turns to avoid turning the ball over. Could have called this timeout. Also could have called a timeout, try to relax the team. You know, we're up by a goal. Let's not be hasty, turn the ball over, which could lead to a goal. Let's make good passes, perfect passes. Be safe with the ball. Don't make risky decisions. Try not to make too many skill moves. Just play the ball down the middle. Try to score a goal. A second goal here could do it for the Hilltoppers. I think with a 2-goal cushion, they could hold on to these last 15 minutes. That's what they're going to be looking for.
Yeah, let's not forget, I mean, we credit Anderson for sure, but, I mean, he made an unbelievable save early on in that first half, and then the Hilltoppers had another chance that went off the post. I mean, again, they could easily be up by 2 or 3 right now.
Yeah, it's going to be about trying to get those back now. Trying to capitalize on those opportunities. Didn't work out for us in the first half. We'll see if they'll work out in the second.
Well, Brockton breaks the huddle first.
Some extra instruction by the coaching staff. Durfee.
Yeah, Coach Mello using every bit of the timeout. And the whistle sounds. .37 on the clock here in the second half. As we get ready to finish off Big 3 play in 2018. And things will start here with a goal kick from Danny Keys. Nice strong kick again. He gets good loft on the ball where it just kind of floats across the field.
Yeah, it was a good ball.
That one fading towards the sidelines. And it will bounce twice and then go out. Derek Brittle will throw in.
That's what you have to do for Durfee. Lock down those hashes. They're trying to play up the hash too.
Yep. A good job by Pina. Now speeding up is Edson Lopes. Pass down the field. Nilanera stops it, sends it back towards midfield, and Lopes breaking back in again. Almost had a chance. Romalo on the far side. It's off the face. That's Franco, is it not? It looks like Franco.
I believe that's Javier. Jamming down. That's going to go out for it. Yeah, you can tell Coach Romalo changing his style. He's playing more conservative. More players are tending to stay back. You got 4, almost 5 with Williams back on defense. And they're pressing 4 forward, only 4, keeping 6 back, keeping the majority of their lineup. Conservative play.
Exactly. And that was actually Cameron Jacob, who just came in, number 14, who just threw in. So he's getting some time. He's listed as a midfielder and a forward.
Probably going to be shadowing behind Buckholz. at forward.
Pena beats him to the ball, keeps it in play, trying to make the turn. Williams lofting it towards the net. Anderson has it squared up. Buckholz is here. Loose ball in front. And a whistle is blown to stop play.
Anytime you touch the goalkeeper, it's going to be a foul. It is unfortunate. They heavily protect goalkeepers. They're the most vulnerable on the pitch. Tough one there. I didn't think that was really a foul. It was a 50-50
That's a
challenge.
foul.
That one was a foul. Oh, and Brockton got a little, almost kicked the ball out of bounds. They got so
really trying to do it too quick.
A good move.
Williams taking it away.
No one there.
Yeah, that's too bad. Because there was a lot of open field.
I feel as if Brockton's almost pushing a little bit too much. Look, only two defenders really defending back there. They're playing most of their players forward. Although they need to do that, that can be risky with a counter-attacking team like Durfee, who are sending 4 forward, 4v2. Not ideal when you turn the ball over in midfield. Ooh, takedown there.
Yep. Sliding to a stop.
Brockton's way. Brockton not sending very big targets forward. Some smaller players in the mix there.
All the way down. Off the head of Keys, a chance for Aparicio, and he comes back to make the stop. He lost it initially, and he comes back to make the save to hold the lead. Unbelievable.
Yeah, tough one again. Good punt.
Played by Romalo, coming back the other way. Oh, headed back towards midfield. And it rolls out. Coming back towards us. On a bounce. Pena trying to get there, cannot. Brockton ball. Final 10 minutes of play here at Mac Aldridge Field. 3-2 Durfee. Toppers trying to nail this one down.
Ooh.
And Nilanera gets called.
I think he got ball there.
Yeah, I think so too, considering that he kind of rolled over it.
Cool, good move there. You can see the contrast in play. Durfee likes to play the aerial ball over the top, where Brockton likes to play on the ground. That quick passing play. For Durfee, it's gonna be about intercepting the ball, jam up the midfield. See the crash and play is on the hash here, making it impossible to get through.
I'm very impressed by the D right now for the Hilltoppers. All game long, really. That one does skip through. Aparicio will play it. Defense has been very, very good.
Yeah, very solid. Daniel Keys now leading that back line after Cabral's come out. It's been very solid. They've played compact. They've moved the ball out of the back when needed.
I mean, think about it. The first goal for Brockton came because Aparicio lost the ball and it rolled back in. The second goal came on what should have been an offsides, and it should have never happened.
Yep.
So, I mean, Brockton's gotten 2 gifts tonight. The defense didn't let Durfee down by any stretch.
Yeah, it was a it's been good play by the defense. Impressive, very impressive. Similar to the girls, both defenses on both teams, very impressive.
Good ball from Keys. Chance in front, and it's going to go wide to the right. Pena chasing it down, kicks it out of play.
Good free kick, though. Good ball. Maybe a little too long, but defender able to control it, put the ball in.
Andrade trying to get through.
A good ball, perfect
ball.
Oh,
That's a perfect pass And he lost it, takes a shot, and Anderson able to corral it.
A little bit more swerve on that would have hit Buckholz right on the right foot. But the more possession Durfee takes, the less time Brockton have to attack. So any sort of possession we can get, we'll take.
The header there missed by Jacob, and it'll be a throw-in for Brockton. Keys, clear it.
Perfect. Good clearance.
Brito plays it, gets cut off.
There's
He's
a foul.
holding him.
That's going to be a foul.
Finally, they call it. It only took
been
over
doing
an
it.
hour's worth of play.
Yeah, they've been holding all night. What? Oh, what's going on? No, I don't understand. He just wants to switch the ball.
Yeah, I don't understand that
I don't
either.
know why the ref seems very aggressive. He seems to almost throw a fit about it.
Yeah, I know.
Just a switching ball. The ball probably was too wet. Probably wanted a drier ball. Moves
I don't
easier
know.
on the field. I don't understand what that was about.
Buckholz lost it there. And it goes out of play. Brockton will throw in.
Ooh, Brockton took a lot of steps extra.
Yeah, just a few. Franco heading it out of play again, so Brockton will throw in again.
Good defense, the Hilltoppers. Look at this, right on top of them on the throw-in. They don't even have a chance to play the ball. There's three of them.
Brito open here. Shot on net. Aparicio with the save.
That was a tough one. You could see it moved. It had movement mid-flight.
Nice job.
That's one with slippery gloves that can get right through you. You can tell he took it with his chest. He didn't want to take his chances reaching out with the gloves for the slip. Took it right in his body.
Oh, good ball again.
Here comes the keeper.
Here comes the keeper.
Oh,
Buckholz
beat
beats
him.
him, but it
Oh.
comes back. He didn't head it forward. It kind of slipped backwards. He had a chance.
He's trying to go for a pass, I think, across the box. But this one, the keeper's been, I think, a little too aggressive. Here's another ball.
Here's
through.
another good chance.
Pass
Buckholz
across here.
has help. It's a bad pass. It's cleared out. It'll be a corner kick. Had Andrade breaking. I would have liked to see him just take the shot. It worked earlier. But instead,
That was a tough one. It was his weak foot. It was tough to get across the box like that. Shot, I mean, he could have taken the shot, but thinking the better decision. It takes more time off the clock with the corner. You can take your time as they're doing here.
that's right. We're under 5 minutes here. Under 5 minutes to play.
Beltrons, he's going to take his time, and then he'll let it go.
Good kick curling back in. And a whistle.
And it's going to be a foul on the Hilltoppers.
Why not?
The ball went in, too. Would have been a goal if it wasn't.
Yeah. So basically results in a goal kick played on the ground towards Brito. Buckholz chasing it. Pina chasing it down. It'll go backwards towards Xavier.
Yeah, I'm not very impressed with Brockton's game plan here to play it short all the time. You're down by a goal. You need to play along, get numbers down the field. They're playing it short.
That's
Almost
right.
conservative. I don't know.
That's Durfee ball. Great job by Williams right there.
Kicks it right off his foot. Down Brockton player. It's only taking more time off the clock. Substitution there. Buckholz out, and it's going to be Kyle coming back in.
Nice job off the head of Andrade. Toppers gained about 10 extra yards because of that. Skip off the head.
Switch takers.
And Pina going to throw it in. 3 minutes to play.
3 minutes from glory.
Going towards the corner. Coming out of it is Jacob. Centering pass, nobody home.
Look at this, only one forward for the Boxers ahead here, down by a goal, 5 back. And
that's a great throw on that far side.
throw.
And do it again.
Two minutes approaching.
Ooh. Back to Brito on this side. Trying to get through traffic, and it's going to go
Out for a corner.
out. Yeah, corner kick coming here. Big spot for Durfee defensively as we roll up to the 2 minutes here. A corner kick for Brockton very late in the match. Clock is stopped. 2 minutes.
Looks like this could be Brockton's big chance here.
Yep, I would say.
A miss here, and it'll be difficult. Headed
Look
away.
at that, headed away. Beautiful. They'll force a throw in on that far side. Romalo there picks it up and lets it fly.
Good throw, and look at all the numbers swarming, and they clear it. Oh, not far though.
No, they had that's Xavier back just to help out a bit. Nail up the ladder for the header to stop it. Cleared out again by the Hilltoppers.
Look at pulling the shirt there. There we go. There's the foul.
There's the whistle. I don't know why Brockton keeps setting the ball. It's not their job to do it.
Andre's on the break.
Plays it on side.
Just hold it.
I was going to say, just stand in the corner.
And it's
hit the flag. Still in play. Still in play.
It's out. It's going to be a Durfee throw.
No. Gave it to Brockton.
Oof.
Probably rolling up to about close to the 60-second mark right now. Gonna boot it. Not going far, more of just a high arcing kick. Williams trying to play it off the head, could not. Instead, Nilanera plays up. He sends it the far side off the head. Look at that from Franco.
Yep.
That's gone over the bleachers on the far side.
Great effort there.
Holy cow.
The only thing that's confusing about the Boxers, there's only 2 forwards up.
I know.
They seem like they're not desperate for it.
No, you're right. It's like
they just seem to be playing. They're more scared of Durfee scoring than they are concerned with them tying the game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that they're mailing it in.
Oh.
Yeah, now, well, that's because it looks like Franco got taken down, and then he gets called on the foul, it appears.
It's going to be a Durfee
No, it is a Durfee kick, okay.
I believe it was Ethan Williams who got roughed up in there.
Yeah.
And this should pretty much conclude this match now. All the time wasted.
Oh, yeah, Durfee taking their time.
And they should boot this down the field. The whistle should blow. 2 minutes.
Great kick down the field.
And that's
it. The Hilltoppers are 2018 Big Three champs. They win it 3-2 and defeat Brockton. They come back and stun the Boxers. What a great game for the Hilltoppers. It seemed they had everything against them to come back. 2 unanswered goals here in the second half, en route to the victory and the Big Three title.
Yeah, they overcame the shoddy refereeing in the beginning. What heart and what character from this team so far this season. They've really impressed. They've really impressed. This got to be one of the best teams in the past decade from Durfee.
Win number 12 of the season for Durfee. They get Old Rochester Friday and Diamond next Monday to wrap up the regular season. I'm sorry, Old Rochester is Saturday because we have football Friday. Old Rochester Saturday, Diamond Monday, and then playoffs. And again, I think the Hilltoppers kind of a shoo-in to get a round 1 home game. Fingers crossed. Man, it's been one of the more exciting boys soccer games we've seen from here at Durfee in a while. This was a great one that we covered here on Fred TV. We're glad you were alongside to watch with us. For Ryan Pino and Justin Arujo, I'm Evan Massoud saying so long from Durfee. Congrats to the Durfee boys, Big 3 champs in 2018.